They told me never to drive down that road after midnight. Locals whispered stories, disappearances, strange lights, voices in the woods, but I didn't listen. And whatever I brought back with me, it hasn't left since. Welcome to Dark Whispers, where true-style horror stories are told like you're living them. No cheap scares, no gimmicks, just stories that stay with you. Subscribe. If you're not afraid of what comes next, buckle up, because we're diving into spine-tingling tales of ghostly encounters on the road. From eerie hitchhikers to phantom passengers, get ready for some seriously chilling stories that will make you question who or what might be riding along with you. Number 10. Highway 49, California. The gold rush brought thousands of fortune seekers to California in the mid-1800s. Many of them headed up Highway 49, also known as the Old Mormon Immigrant Trail, because they heard that there was gold at Sutter's Mill. These days, travelers come to experience the historic sights along the route, but according to reports from those who have driven it, they also come face to face with spirits. The town of Volcano is said to be haunted by a former miner named Ike Clendenine. When he was alive, he owned a hotel, and after his death in 1907, he didn't want to leave. Now he's said to haunt the area, making regular appearances on Highway 49, where drivers report seeing a horse-drawn carriage moving slowly down the road and then disappearing into thin air. Not only that, but hikers have reported hearing the sound of a whip, as if Ike is urging his spectral horses to go faster. That is not the kind of hitchhiker that I want in my car. No. 9. Highway 50, Nevada. This highway isn't just dangerous during the day, it's also a hotspot for ghost hunters. At night, Highway 50 is known as the loneliest road in America, and that might explain why so many lost souls are said to haunt it. There have been reports of phantom road flares that appear and disappear. Some say these strange lights belong to hitchhikers whose bodies were found on this stretch of highway decades ago, and others believe they belong to the ghosts of cowboys who died when their stagecoach was attacked. One of the most common ghostly encounters on Highway 50 is with a white van. Drivers report seeing the van coming toward them, but when it gets close enough to pass, it veers off the road and keeps going straight into the desert. No one knows where it ends up or whether the driver ever gets out. Number 8. Texas State Highway 130. While this modern toll road only opened in 2012, it has already built up a reputation for being haunted. There are a lot of scary stories associated with Texas State Highway 130. One of the scariest is the tale of the ghost of a woman who appears standing on the side of the road. She's wearing old-fashioned clothing and she always looks like she's waiting for a ride. If you stop to pick her up though, that could be a huge mistake. According to local legend, she's cursed all the men who have given her a lift. She either kills them or causes them to crash. For that reason, no one dares pick her up, but we don't know for sure if she's even real. After all, part of Highway 130 goes through an area known as the Devil's Crossroads, where paranormal activity is believed to be at its strongest. Number 7. The KT Trail, Texas. Originally used as a rail line, this scenic trail now serves as a hiking and biking path along the Colorado River in Texas. But according to local law, it's best to use it during daylight hours, because at night it becomes a paranormal hotspot. Hikers and bikers have reported seeing ghostly trains that travel along the tracks. They can hear the whistle and the bell, and sometimes they even see the engineer waving to them from the front of the engine. Even more terrifying though, are the apparitions that seem to materialize out of nowhere. People report seeing everything from a lone cowboy to a whole family dressed in clothes from the 19th century. They tend to vanish before anyone can get close enough to talk to them, though that makes it hard to know if these ghostly encounters are real. Still, it is probably wise to stick to the well-lit paths during the day. If you do want to risk seeing something that frightens you, know the ghosts of Route 66. The legendary highway known as the Mother Road runs from Chicago to Santa Monica Beach, California. Over the years, it's picked up quite a few ghost stories along the way. One of the most famous is that of a hitchhiker who was killed on the highway. She was walking along the road at night when a car ran her over and never stopped. Her ghost is said to walk along Route 66 looking for the driver who killed her. Others say she simply wants to hitch a ride. So if you see her thumbing a lift, don't make the mistake of picking her up. You never know who else is in the back seat. In addition to hitchhiking ghosts, Route 66 is also home to at least one phantom vehicle. Along the Oklahoma section of the highway, people report seeing a 1950s-style Chevrolet pickup truck. The truck seems to appear out of nowhere and then it drives right through people, and then it disappears again. No. 5. Historic Columbia Road, Florida. This country road was built in 1924 and became a popular route for smugglers during the Prohibition era. Today, it's a quiet stretch of highway, except when the ghost of one of its former residents shows up. Mary Walker lived in the area during the early 1900s. She had a violent husband who eventually killed her, chopped her body up, and threw her remains into a nearby river. Her spirit is said to haunt the area, and people have reported seeing her apparition standing at the side of the road. If you're driving at night and your headlights reveal a woman standing by the road, she could be Mary waiting to cross. Just remember, she doesn't have a physical body anymore, so it's safe to keep driving onward. That is, unless you want to take her up on her offer to hitch a ride. No. 4. Highway 72, Arkansas. Sometimes, even the happiest places can be haunted. In May 2010, a young mother named Ashley Bryant drove along this highway with her 2 children in the car. She was on her way to a water park for a fun family day, but as they approached the entrance to the park, they saw something shocking. Standing in the road was a little girl who seemed to be hitching a ride. Ashley stopped and picked her up, but she never made it to the water park. The girl led her to a secluded area where she vanished into thin air. Ashley and her kids were suddenly surrounded by angry spirits who tried to drag them into the darkness. She jumped back into her car and raced away, and she never looked back. This unnerving incident made headlines across the country, but police were unable to find any record of a missing child in the area. Some believe the ghost was trying to lead Ashley away from the busy road and into a safer place, while others think she may have accidentally kidnapped someone's daughter. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. No. 3. Highway 101, California. If you're traveling between San Francisco and Leggett, you might want to pack some holy water. That's because this stretch of Highway 101 is home to the ghost of Maria McKinney Young. She was a former school teacher who was murdered by a group of bandits in the 1860s. Her killer, George H. Harris, served time for the crime, but after he was released, he came back to the area and haunted Maria's grave. Eventually, he, too, died and was buried next to her. Now, the couple's restless spirits are said to roam Highway 101, appearing to drivers as a woman in a Victorian nightgown and a man in a top hat. No. 2. Forest Road 22, North Carolina. This scenic route is part of the Blue Ridge Parkway, which winds through some of the most beautiful mountains in North Carolina. Although it's breathtakingly beautiful during the day, it's a different story at night. Locals advise against driving Forest Road 22 alone after dark because of how many ghosts are out and about. It's not unusual to see the ghosts of hikers and campers who died in the area. One of the most common sightings is of a boy in a baseball cap who stands at the side of the road looking for a ride. If you pick him up, he will tell you that he's on his way to a football game. Then he will vanish from the car. No. 1. The Little Blue River Bridge, Indiana. In 1994, a young woman named Connie died while crossing this bridge. She was walking across when a truck hit her and kept driving. Her ghost is said to still haunt the bridge, and drivers report seeing her standing on the side of the bridge at night. She's usually seen with a teddy bear. If you come across her and try to help, though, she'd probably try to pull you out of your car and into the water. Well, maybe she won't, but you should probably just drive on anyway. Thanks for watching. Which of these highways would you dare to drive? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe Dark Whispers for more amazing content. See you next time.